Hello everyone, my name is Sutton the Wolf and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. I've been doing a little bit of thinking about this game, and I put two and two together on something, I think. So last episode, we showed our poem, which was written for Natsuki. Like, let's be real, I wrote it for Natsuki, because I'm kind of going down the Natsuki route. So, I had a hypothesis earlier on in this game that the more you go towards one side, the more the other side fades away. Like, you can kind of see it with last episode. Like, we showed Natsuki our second poem, and she loved it again, so much that she was being really nice to us, and she wanted to keep it even. Whereas Yuri dismissed us and didn't even show us her poem. Granted, we didn't see Monika's either, but that's a bummer. But anyways, my point is, I wonder if it's going to be one of those things where it's like, you get to be on one person's side so much that the other person that kind of antagonizes them, like, totally hates you. Or, I guess in Yuri's case, would be they think you hate her. But that's really interesting. And it's kind of I like it and I don't like it at the same time. I like it in terms of a game design standpoint, because a lot of the time in these games, it's so easy to just be like, okay, I'm going to go down this character's route, and then everyone's going to like me, and I'm just going to choose them. But in this kind of game, it seems like it's, okay, I like this girl, I'm going to go with this girl. Crap, this girl is at odds with that girl, so that girl's going to get upset, and something bad is going to happen. So, it kind of punishes you for tunneling in on one character. Which I kind of like that from a game design standpoint. It kind of gives more credit to the line of play of, okay, I'm going to try and please everyone. Because if you try to please everyone, then you don't get like all in with one girl, but like everyone likes you and everyone's happy. And so there really are multiple ways to play these kinds of games. And I really appreciate a game that can actually like support all of those different play styles. So I like it. At the same time, I'm afraid something bad is going to happen. I've been terrified from the start. And Yuri has been the one who's been foreshadowing stuff since the very beginning, before I even started freaking going for Natsuki. Natsuki said like one thing that was foreshadowing, and Monika said like a couple meta things, but like... Yuri's been the one that's been like saying a bunch of things that I've been terrified or foreshadowing, and now she's the one that like doesn't really like me, and so I'm afraid that something bad is going to happen with her. Anyways, we're done sharing our poem, so it looks like Monika has an announcement to make. Alright, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone can come and sit in the front of the room. This is about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Let's end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Ciari's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about that already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Ciari's putting it all on all the posters in case everyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Ciari has been coloring a poster. Holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm getting up to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole group of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who will perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. They're both just like, Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Stop saying things like that! Oh my god, are they gonna kill Yuri? Oh no, I'm not ready for this. I can't be handling this in my life. Oh god. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. Monika, don't give me that face. Don't give me that, something's wrong face. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reading them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something that she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri's got an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden! Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said that she liked my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone than I thought I knew through and through. Is that foreshadowing too? Is nothing gonna happen with Sayori? Something's gonna happen, and I don't know who, and I don't know what, and I don't know why, I don't know when, I don't know where, and I don't know how. Ugh. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Sutton liked it. Thank you, I guess? I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Let me go before Sutton. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Sutton lower everyone's standards a little bit before I do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Monika's like really sweet. I like that. So Yuri's like the really thoughtful one. Monika's the really sweet one. Sayori's the really carefree one. And Natsuki's the really like... How do I put... What's the word I'm looking for? She's kind of hard-headed and stubborn. But at the same time, she's like... She is kind of innocent. In a way. Sayori's innocent in that she's carefree and bubbly. And like... Things kind of go over her head. Like oblivious. But Natsuki's... like kind of pure in a way. Like she hasn't like done anything to be mean to, like, okay, she's insulted Yuri, but like what I meant, I didn't mean to say that she hasn't done anything to be mean to anyone. She hasn't done anything like devious like Sayori did with the cookies and everything. So like in that way she's kind of pure or innocent. Maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. Poem's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem's called Jump. Go ahead and jump. I want a count of how many YouTubers, when playing this game, have done exactly that. Natsuki takes a breath. And when she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared? Excuse me. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. That's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare it. Monday's the big day! I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. But for the sake of the club, and impressing Monika, I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Oh, whoops. I thought that was going to say ready to go Sutton. I just saw the S. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Sutton, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. Oh boy. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori's a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Oh, what's wrong with Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Natsuki has to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Okay. I didn't expect this. I would walk home with Natsuki. I would still walk home with Sayori. Okay. You know what? This seems obvious. So, pardon me, but I have a habit, and people who have seen me play games like this before have probably become aware of this by now. I have a habit of really thinking really hard into these things. And trying to analyze how the game works and stuff. So, thinking about it, the obvious answer would be I would still walk home with Sayori. Because, if you say you'll walk home with Natsuki instead, that sounds like you're just going to abandon her, and that she's the childhood friend. But I seem to remember something in the beginning. I remember... maybe it was my character who said something about not wanting to seem like a couple. But something is telling me that I can't play this game I can't cheat. And what I mean by cheat is I can't assume that every character is going to like me, or that everything is going to go well. So, for example, I shouldn't just assume that if I say I would still walk home with Sayori, that, say I say that I would still walk home with Sayori, and then tomorrow, Natsuki asks me to go home with her. Then what would I do? If I'm going down the Natsuki route, I would want to say I would walk home with Natsuki. But then Sayori would come in and say that I said that I would go with Sayori, and so she would get depressed, and something bad would happen. In the same vein, if I said now I would still walk home with Sayori, and then, if I said that I would walk home with Natsuki, and then I went home with Sayori, Natsuki would be upset. Or, I say that I would still walk home with Sayori, and Natsuki was spying on us or something, and then she gets upset with us. So, in that vein, normally I would get punished for thinking that hard into it, because a lot of the time games don't think that hard. A lot of the time the games like these are just kind of a, oh hey, this answer's right, this answer's wrong, so be it. But this game gives me a sense of foreshadowing, partly because I've been especially looking out for it, because I've been told that something bad's gonna happen, but, I want to try and avoid that as much as possible. This game has been giving me a lot of hints, oh, don't cheat, or that was from Monika, or giving me clues about oh, sometimes you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, or sometimes you shouldn't be sometimes the author can throw you for a loop, just even for a moment. So for that reasoning, I'm really scared of what this game has put on the table. And so I kind of want to call the bluff and just say, yeah, I'm going to walk home with Natsuki. So I'm going to do that. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think that I'd be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Oh, wow. Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. Okay, that didn't pan out how I thought it would. I put a lot of thought into that and then it just kind of fizzled. I thought that it was going to be a big, like, oh, you're being mean kind of thing. But I guess not. I guess it is more of this game's style to just, like, subtly punish you for things. But it was kind of her fault for trapping you with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time. God damn it. Ugh. Oh boy. Alright. We've got to write a poem, huh? Alright, let's write the poem and then we'll end this episode. I guess we're just full in on Natsuki now, huh? We're just going for it. Yuri's gonna do something terrible. Or Sayori at this point, like... It seems like all of the characters are kind of getting a little bit more distant. Well, Monika isn't really getting more distant, but she's kind of like accepting that we're going for Natsuki. And she's like kind of staying out of the way. Yuri is like having nothing to do with us anymore. And then Sayori is like, she's becoming a little bit more distant in terms of like, right there, she felt like a little down because we're with Natsuki. So I'm going to keep going with Natsuki and see where that takes us, but like, well, I'm a little bit worried. But anyways, Rose. Oh, Sayori like that. Lollipop. Poof! A poof! Puppy! Hair. Shiny. Kawaii. Bed. Oh, Sayori. Oh, yeah, she likes to sleep. That's obvious. Jumpy. Party. Oh, it's Sayori. I keep getting Sayori ones. Kitty. Bunny. Pink has got to be Natsuki, right? Yeah. Sticky. Bubbles. Boop. Anime. Twirl. Bouncy. Sugar. Okay. I was starting to like veer off towards Sayori a bit. Huh. Okay, well it looks like something's happening. So, we're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. I'm enjoying this way too much, and this game is designed to do that. This game is designed to be, like, make everything really likable. And then it's going to, like, throw something at me, and it's leading up to something, and I don't know what. But, anyways, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. I will always read them, and I'll always take into account. And as always, I will see you guys next time for another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club.